Okay, we are still working on assignment 3B, but we are on to the next project. We're actually going to encode some audio. So go to File and then Open. I want you to open the multi-track that you just made. So it should say multi-track 1. You can see just opens up what we just created. Now we're going to go to File and then Export. And this has already been, I guess the default, is the wave, which is good because that's exactly what we want. You can see there's lots of them, so mine already showed up as that. Okay, and then we're just going to click. Oh, let's see, that goes to modules. I do not want that to go to modules. I want it. I'm going to put that back in section 3 where I want it. There we go. I'm going to save it there. So under artist name, I'm going to put my last name. In the year, I'm going to put 2014. And then I'm just going to click OK. And so this will be one more file that you will submit for assignment 3B, which will be multitrack1.wave instead of .aup. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is not actually an Audacity track or project at all. We are going to open up our file, go to wherever you keep your course resources, section 3 again, and this time we are going to come to this lame series of numbers for Audacity on Windows. So I'm going to double click that. I am going to click yes. I am going to click next. Now, here's the license agreement. We have been learning about software and license agreements. And so what I want you to do is go ahead and read through all of that. Click on I accept the agreement and next. Leave this whatever the default is, leave that as it is and click next again. And then install. Quick little install, we're going to click on finish. And you now have that set up on your computer. So what you have just done is download the lame MP3 encoder, which is a plugin used for encoding audio into the MP3 format. So I've gone back into the multi-track 1 where we left off before we downloaded lame. Now we're going to add lame to Audacity. So first we're going to go up to the edit menu. Then we're going to come down to preferences. We're going to click on libraries and come to the MP3 library locate. We're going to tell Audacity where lame is. So this should already be here for you, lame for Audacity, lame_enc dot blah blah blah. If that is not what comes up, you need to browse and go find where you put it. Okay, so I'm going to click OK and OK again. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is we're going to save this as an MP3. So click on File, Export instead of Save As. Instead of a WAV file this time, we're going to choose MP3 files. Click on that. Then we're going to click on Options. and then variable. So the quality right here should change to 2, 170 to 210. This means the MP3 will be encoded at between 170 to 210 kbits per second. Then you're going to click OK, and then save. So again, I already have my name and the year. That may be the case for you. If it is not the case, go ahead and add your name and the date. And then click OK. So that will be, and I should have done this before, it wants you into the warning box. Click on Don't Show This Warning again, because that is not a big deal. And then click OK. So that is one more file. You're going to have a multi-track 1 AUP file, a multi-track 1 WAV file, and then a multi-track 1 MP3 file, which we just made right now. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is download another plugin for encoding audio into different audio formats. This is called the FFmpeg library. And we will use it to save Audacity projects as an AAC file. So I'm going to come down to my files again. I'm already opened up to the right place. So if you are not, you want to go to your audio class into section 3 again. And this time, as you can see, FFmpeg. I'm going to double click on that. Yes. Next. You are going to read all of this, because I know you guys do that every time that you download a program, right? Then you're going to click Next. Wherever this is, your program files is probably what it would be, and that is just fine. And then Install. Again, super quick install. Go ahead and hit Finish, and you are all done with that already. We'll go ahead and go back to our multi-track 1. And we are going to add the FFmpeg library to Audacity, just like we did with the last one. So we're going to click on File. Oh, I'm sorry. Edit. Then Preferences. And Libraries is already selected for me. So as you can see here, there's the FFmpeg Import-Export Library. We're going to go to Locate. It looks like mine have already been there. So they already found them. Fantastic. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click OK again. And so I have just added the FFmpeg library to Audacity. Okay, through all this, we should still be on our multi-track 1. As you can guess, we're going to now save this as an AAC file. So we go to File, and then Export. We're going to click on Save as Type, and then come down here to see M4A. You can see the AAC files, the FFmpeg. We're going to click on that, and then click Options. Then we're going to click, we're going to drag the slider on the quality to about 250. It's kind of hard to get it exact. I think that'll be just fine just the way it is. Click OK. And then click Save. Okay, I already have my information in there. I'm going to click OK. And you have your multi-track 1 saved in one more kind of file. So we're going to add an AAC file to the list. Okay, we are going to save this as one more kind of file. So click on File. This one will be exported as an FLAC file. So we're going to come down, Export again. Click on the Save As drop-down menu. Let's see, here's the FLAC files options. And we are going to click on 8, which is the best. The bit depth we are going to leave alone, so we're just going to click OK. And then save. We're going to leave this the way it is and click OK. And so you have now added a multitrack.flac to the list of all the multi-track ones that you are going to submit for assignment 3B. What we've done so far are all the instructions that you can find within the Section 3 reading. Now we are going to go to the add-on, which you can find if you click on Assignment 3B and scroll down. First it'll have check your work, then it will have add-on. So the add-on instructions are to add echo and reverb to one of the tracks here. You can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to add reverb to the bass, so I'm going to click on Effect. I'm going to come down to the G verb. You guys should already know how to do this. Let's make this a bigger room. There we go. But I'm going to go through it real quick anyway. All right, so if you want to just listen to the bass, see how that sounds. Okay, I've got my reverb. I'm going to unclick the solo part. And let's see, I'm going to add an echo to the pitch. So I will select that. Effect. Echo. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to leave it right how it is. Let's listen to how it sounds. So I'm going to click on solo and then play it. Alright, I think that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to unclick the solo. And then, so my tracks are all ready to go. I'm going to listen to it all together just to see. Alright, I'm going to press stop. And then they want you to export it, save it, export it as an MP3 and encode it. So we're going to go to File, Export. It's on the FLAC from last time, and so we're going to come down to MP3. And then we are going to, so it's going to say multitrack 1 underscore effects. Save. It already has my name and date. Click OK. Okay, now that you have all of your things saved, it's time to submit. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to zip everything because people have been having some problems with that. Anytime you have an AUP file, let's see, like our original multitrack 1 Audacity, you're going to need to also zip the multitrack 1 data folder with it. So I'm going to hold down the control button. I'm going to click on all of my multitrack 1 files and my multitrack 1 effects. I am then going to right click, send to, compress. It's going to take just a moment to save it all, to compress it all into one folder. And there you have it. Now it's already named multitrack 1. You can highlight that and say assignment 3B. And then that right there is the only thing that you need to submit for this assignment.